Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. In this video we are looking at part 30 in the Transformers Fan Home Build Your Own Optimus Prime. Now of course you have the magazine, and as I said, the magazines are pretty cool. They tell you all about the movies, all about the comics, all about the toys. They focus in on particular characters, particular story arcs and particular toy lines as well. So here we go, there's a little article there on skids and it shows you all the various figures that we've had over the years, and what I really like about them in particular is it shows you a nice visual catalogue of a lot of the past toys, a lot of the past comics, a lot of the past TV shows, and gives you kind of a visual catalogue of things that, yeah, okay, you could find them on Google, but it would take quite a while to kind of put all this stuff together. And as well as that, you have an instruction booklet at the back of the book for that particular issue's parts. Now it's not a lot of parts in this issue, as you can see, it's just the small little parts here in the bag, but they do kind of form a bigger piece overall. So I'm quite excited to see how they go together and what the final kind of product looks like. Now in this particular package I got up to issue 31, and it seems to be the kind of pattern that the block of issues that you get sent in each package kind of start to form a particular piece. You're not getting random bits that you have to kind of leave on the side for a couple of weeks. They all do kind of go together a little bit. Now do excuse my thumbs and fingernails, there's a bit of paint on them where I was painting earlier, but hey ho, I didn't have my fingernails painted white, it's just I was painting the kitchen. But either way, I detract. There's a lot of fiddly little pieces. Now there's a little packet of screws. Make sure that you've got the screws out when you open the bags up. Make sure you don't kind of throw them away with the trash. And what they tend to do is they tend to give you 1 or 2 screws too many, so that if you do drop one or kind of cross thread one or something, yeah, it's not that much of a big deal. But do try to follow the instructions as closely and as carefully as you can so that you don't miss any parts or put anything in wrong. Now I'm just trying to find the right screw to match up to this particular part, and as I said, there's just a lot of kind of little clippy bits in this particular issue, so it's gonna obviously add on to some of the bits that we've done in previous videos. Now there's not a lot of screws. Some issues have loads of screws and loads of kind of fiddly little parts that you kind of have to put all together, and it takes absolutely ages, and some issues are quite easy to do. This issue took me about 10 minutes, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit just so that we don't waste too much time. So for the sake of the video, I've kind of doubled the speed just so that you can kind of see the build come together a little bit quicker. Now as I said, some of them do take a while, and in those cases I've kind of sped the video up quite a bit, and some of them are quite quick to do, so I just sort of do them in real time. But this is at 2 times speed, so you can kind of still see what's going on without kind of losing too much of the of your time just kind of watching me build this and put all bits together. But there we go. So this main part is from a previous issue. And I've just got to slide that little bit in there. Now this bit's a little bit fiddly, to be honest with you. I've got to make sure that the screw's done up tight enough that it slides on, but not too tight that it doesn't slide on, because I can't quite get the screwdriver in there. And it does say in the instruction manual to tighten it as much as you can, allowing you to still slide the piece on. So let's just move these bits around, put the screw in here as well. So because I'm doing kind of a left and right side, it's pretty similar. There's a lot of similarities between the two sides, and I think if you follow the instructions you can't really go too far wrong. Now for anyone that's watching one of these videos for the first time, Fan Home is a subscription service. They are a publishing company that give you build a vehicle, build a figure. They've covered so many different franchises and properties. They've done Marvel, they've done Star Wars, they've done Transformers, they've done Ghostbusters, they've done Fast and Furious. There's so many different things that you can kind of do. They've recently released an ET. I'm trying to think of some of the others that have come out, but there's so many cool. There's literally a subscription for everyone, and as you kind of work your way through the issues, you get a little piece of the model each week or each month, depending on how your subscription set up, and it builds you the figure. Now this is Optimus Prime based on his look from the movies, and it stands about 60 centimeters tall. Now so far I've built the head, I've started to build the chest, I've built one of the legs, I've built the left leg, and I've got a couple of other little random bits as well. And this particular bundle of videos is putting together the kind of pelvis torso kind of area, so we're really sort of starting to build the shape up a little bit. Now one thing that I'm a little bit hesitant about is that once I've built one leg, I've got to build another leg, and it's taken about 20 issues to build a single leg, and obviously I'm going to have to go back and work my way down and do the other leg. So there is going to be a bit of repetition in this one, but I think looking at the pictures of the overall model and seeing the sheer size of the leg that I've already got completed, it is well going to be worth it. It is going to be a phenomenal figure at the end of it. The eyes do light up as well, so there's no other lights in it, but the eyes do light up, so you can get that little kind of extra bit for display purposes as well. Now, one of the main questions that I get asked is, does the model transform? And the simple answer and the straightforward answer is no, it doesn't transform. You can see here just the amount of kind of detail and intricacy that goes into each of the issues and each of the builds. To have that as a transforming model, you would lose a lot of that detail, you'd lose a lot of that kind of attention to detail. There really is layer upon layer of detail, and half of it is die cast, half of it is plastic. It's a heavy piece of kit, and I think that they've sacrificed the ability for it to transform for the detail in the actual model, and I personally am a big fan of that. So there we go, so that's pretty much it. I'm nearly at the end of this particular issue. As I said, there's not a lot of pieces to do. It was quite a straightforward issue, if I'm honest. Do check out the other videos on my channel and the playlist to see this build in its entirety, and follow me along for the journey. Thanks very much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe and all those things. I'll see you soon.